And that would be great and fine and a perfectly nuanced thing, but that's not what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it's garbage, it's trash, I'm bored, I hate it, it's awful, it's stupid, it's dumb, it's lazy, I hate them. They're not. That's not Master Chief. That's not what he shouldn't do this. He shouldn't be looking like this. He shouldn't act like this. But
I
then I
talked
go
about
into
positives
like,
though too.
well, no,
You're
I know, but that's not what I hear.
okay, but
It's not what that's not what
I
you
talked
tweet
about
at me.
positives.
No, that's not what
Okay,
you're tweeting at me.
well, first of all, I already told you I was messing with you on Twitter. Second of
You
all,
need to add some
I
emojis, bro.
I
There's a sarcasm emoji that you should probably start using.
no,
Just
I specifically wanted you to think that I was being serious because I wanted to see you go off
oh,
because
okay. Well, then you're getting me.
you were
You're
going off on so many people.
then you're getting me going off.
Okay.
So
Fishing.
okay, so
Debate it.
I'll kind of address these then. I think I agree with you on most. I mean, even though like your positive was like the writing's kind of good sometimes, and that's all you really add. But neckbeards have been, and I am not calling you a neckbeard. However, you keep throwing yourself in that camp, and I'm so confused as to why.
I am.
Um, you
How am I
are.
throwing myself
I'm
in that camp?
because you're like because on Twitter again, like you came after me. You're like, why are you attacking Halo fans? I was like, I'm not. I'm attacking neckbeards.
Okay,
I'm a Halo fan. Why would I attack
you
myself? That
can't
doesn't make sense.
you can't use that argument because I just told you I was messing with you on Twitter.
Cool. I can mind read. That's good. Next one. Arcs not earned is what you had said. I would I'm okay with that because it's 4/9 through the story. The arc shouldn't happen through the middle of the story. I mean, unless it's like a small side arc, right? Like this is like a main quest mission, and like we're 4 episodes in, right? So the arc's not being earned. I don't really buy that as like a valid thing because the arcs are just beginning. The first 3 episodes we got the Spartans arc of not being human, and now they're slowly turning into being human. The arc is humans are bad. Now the humans are coming up against a very big evil, and they're going to have to stop being bad to each other to team up to take on the big evil. So that would be kind of my complaint against the arc thing. We will see. I'm almost certain. I don't think TV shows write themselves like this, where it's just going to be bad and that's it. There's like no payoff. Sometimes it happens, like in Game of Thrones, like season 8. Like that's the only show I can remember hate watching. Like
Womp
if I didn't
womp.
like it, I continued to watch it anyway because I was invested. However, they had 4 really good like killer seasons, and then 3 more after that that were arguably okay and pretty solid. So like they had a lot of built-in stuff. I think it's important to bring up that this again is TV and it's not a video game. The reason that the video game is so full of action is because it often targets children who do not have the patience to consume stories in that vehicle, in that medium. So give them action and a story, and then we're good, right? So that's what I really love about video games. Halsey, on point, you say. This is another point that is just very odd to me because everything I've heard about Halsey is that she's not incredibly evil and self-serving. She is in her actions in the books and in the lore, but she actually does not lie to her Spartans. This is something I've heard, and it's not something I know about because this is Halo stuff, not TV stuff. So I don't know much about this. I'm just giving you my perspective on Halsey from a TV standpoint. She's an evil queen. Like she's the
Cersei.
evil queen from Into the Woods. No, like Into the Woods, because Cersei is
Oh,
straight
Mother
up.
Gothel.
I'm
Gothel.
yeah, where she just I'm gonna take this person and you're my surrogate child now. Um,
Manipulative.
very manipulative, self-serving. It's all about her, kind of Walter White-esque, where maybe she'll recover, but the things that she's done, and they talk about more stuff in this episode of the things that she makes them do, that just makes me go, wow, you're an irredeemable character. You need to go. Let's clone her. Well, we can't clone her anymore because she's already evil. We should have kept. So we're
But
gonna have to get rid of her eventually.
that is her spot on in the books and the games.
That's not what I've heard.
I okay.
That's just not what I've heard. I'm gonna have to read a book
I
to
would love to hear what you've heard because I don't know
I'll
much about
I
books
can link you the Halo channel I'm watching. This guy seems to have played the games, read the books, and he
I
really
have
does
2. So
more
I just why don't we talk about it since we're talking about a Halo TV show? What have you heard?
because you two have conflicting arguments. I don't know who's saying the right thing because I don't
Okay.
know.
Mikey, do you feel like this all sees pretty spot on?
In comparison to
Like what you
outside
know?
resources, I I think so. I just got through Fall of Reach, right? And First Strike. She's not in First Strike because that's or not First Strike. Excuse me, the Flood. And that's just Halo 1 in book form. But in Fall of Reach, yeah, she definitely is a manipulative person. She does it's the science trope of like we do it for the greater good, right? We do evil, we commit evil crimes for the greater good, and that's what the Spartan program was in Fall of Reach. Is they kidnap children, clone them, send back a defective child to die so that the parents don't go looking for their kid. And I think that's portrayed here pretty well. But I'll get to my theory on that later on. But I don't know. I haven't seen the arguments because I don't go looking on Twitter, to be honest. I don't see the arguments.
Right.
But from what I've witnessed in this TV show, yeah, I'd say they're doing Halsey justice. Is it 100% accurate? I couldn't tell you because I don't have those books memorized.
And just so you know, Derek, what Mikey just said, I am 100% on board with what you just said. I feel the exact same way.
Okay. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. But from what I'm hearing is that Halsey is pretty loyal to her Spartans, and the Spartans are pretty loyal to her. This TV show is not going that direction. She is very manipulative and evil, and John is very mistrusting of her. So it's just not the same story. Maybe it turns into it later on when they actually have a threat to go after. Oh shoot, they're gonna wipe out all of living life, like organism life or whatever. Yikes, that's not good, right? Maybe then we'll see them go, all right, we need to stop killing each other. We need to deal with that, right? Maybe that will come into play later. But that's just what I've heard is that Halsey typically trusts,
like how she's loyal to her Spartans. What you said?
meaning like the Walter White. Well, I don't know. I don't think you've seen Breaking Bad, but Walter White cooks meth, and he always constantly says, "I do it for my family. I do it for my family. It's for the greater good. I do it for my family." At the end of the series, he goes, "I did it for me," because that's what he was truly doing the whole time. This Halsey is in it for herself. She would gladly see Madrigal glassed over if she had like 5 more minutes to scientifically discover something, or to be like, oh, we found a new weapon. Ooh, or what's this? Like, she's just such a creative scientific mind, and she's brilliant and smart. However, she doesn't have the restraints on her that our society currently does to stop her from into evil doings. And all the humans seem to be on board with her. And that doesn't seem to be on par with the books or the games, because the books and the games seem to be later on when the war with the Covenant's already like full on.
Yeah.
With Halsey though, that's not my understanding of her. To put it very, very brief and very like easy to follow, is in the books and the games. Very, very. I mean, she's not in the games a lot, but in the books especially, she like her mentality is she's more married to her work than she is her Spartans. That's always how she's been.
It's
she
her
doesn't
Spartans, not her
do
work.
well, like the individual is my point. She's married to the program that she does it for the program and for the science and for her own ambitions and whatever those motives are, but it's not for the individual. The only individual Spartan that I feel like she ever really even gave two shits about is Master Chief, but
Right.
it's only because he was special. And they actually show that in this show.
I agree.
They did a actually really good justice to the scene from the book, even though it's a little bit different, of him flipping the coin. That's directly out of the books, but not in the same like scene.
Setting.
But
It's the same setting.
yeah, it's not in the same setting exactly. Sorry. But she always knew that John was special, and because of that, like she looks at him more like a prized pony than an individual person. Like that's her work, that's her legacy. It's not her friend, it's not her son, it's not whatever you want to say. It's never been that kind of relationship, at least in my perspective, from what I have witnessed from Halo lore.
I'm going to make a comparison, see if you agree or not. I think that she reminds me a lot of Oppenheimer creating a weapon of mass destruction and having no regrets, rather than the Oppenheimer we have.
I actually like your Walter White comparison more. I think it's more like that, where she's claiming that she's doing it for this, but she's always just been doing it for herself.
Right. Okay. I think that shifts later on, because I think she honestly, like, I think she's a great actress, and if we lose her from the show, from a TV perspective, that would be very sad. Because Miranda Keyes, her daughter, is far less interesting to me because she's so like one note. At least Halsey is like maniacally evil. It's like, ooh, What is she gonna do? Ooh, is she gonna like at the end of this episode? They say she doesn't deal with glitches. Is she gonna kill her prize pony? Hell no, she's not gonna kill Chief. She might kill Kai though. She might kill Kai though. She don't need Kai, but she'll keep Master Chief. Like that's what it seems like to me. Yeah, that's just something.
She still has a pretty good veil of mystery around her character. And then it could go multiple ways, right? Getting you thinking. Where Miranda Keyes is just like, I'm a scientist on the ship. Ooh, Sang Healy.
Right. Yeah. I think as much as I like Miranda Keyes and she's at least somebody to cheer for, I still am not like with her. I'm more with Kai than I am with her because Keyes has just really been I hate my mom.
Yeah,
really
yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's great. What are you going to do with that? Are you going to so now that she's with Kai, it's like, oh good. This is exciting because finally from a TV perspective, we're getting going. It goes with my overall complaint that I really feel like the corporate greed of like Disney Plus and Paramount and now Netflix with Stranger Things releasing 2 volumes of season 4 a month apart just to soak in, just to double up on that money. Yeah, just to double up on that money. I think that that's the real evil here in terms of how these shows are being perceived. And I think it's really stupid. I don't know what idiot who runs this show decided, you know what? Let's give the reviewers, massive Halo fans, let's give the reviewers who are already a little nervous about this show because of all of its craziness. It had to be filmed through COVID, the 9 years of production hell it went through, the whatever amount of scripts that it went through.
Yeah.
Let's give them the first 2 episodes only. What an idiotic mistake. I felt like it would probably have gone better if they just gave them the first one, or they gave them 8 of them and left the finale. Or if the finale is like a 2-part thing, give them 6 of them or 7 of them and then let the other 2 come by. Because I really feel like a lot of these people haven't even watched the show and they're just parroting what they hear and they're assuming. And then they
Cloud
look
chasing.
and then they and then they see the trailer and they see someone who's not, they see Quan and they go, powerful woman, woke, and they just get mad and then they go to Twitter to relieve themselves. That's what it seems like is happening to me, and those are the people I'm going after because they're bad faith actors. But that's my overall complaint. The next point you had made, you said that the Humans versus the Covenant was not expressed, and I agree with you, but because that's not where we're at right now. We're at the human versus human conflict of the insurrections. So I think that will become a thing. It's just not yet, right? Like a video game takes 6 hours, right? This show has 9 episodes. It's about 50 minutes each. That's a 9-hour thing, right? Like you got to give the show time to hit those arcs, I think, on that point.
And side content here. I don't think they're trying to get all of Halo, the game, Halo 1, into one season. Right, they're looking at it to make money and for the long haul. I mean, it already has a season 2 confirmed, so I don't believe we're going to watch in the next, where we on 5 episodes, the entirety of Halo 1. I would not be shocked if the season finale is, woo, the Halo ring, and it cuts to black. Which, unfortunate, but here we are.
Yeah, did you have any pushback on my points on the Halo or Humans versus Covenant thing, or do you think that that's pretty fair that we haven't seen that yet? I mean, you had just given your point that they're just going to kind of push it out. I think another good point to bring up is that the amount of money that they've dumped into this show is clearly visible. Watching Moon Knight last night and that set compared to the sets we see here is insane. They have so many people on the set. Everyone has a unique costume. Everything is technically the show is a marvel, except for some of the CGI. Some of the CGI is a little weird, but technically this show is a crazy marvel. And I think that the money aspect comes into play with the Human versus Covenants thing. But yeah, Mike, you were saying.
I agree and I disagree. For me personally, I've already said this. I think the Insurrectionist is the wrong move to focus on, but you have to have them in order to tell John's story, the Spartan 2 program's story, properly. If you take out the Insurrectionists, then it's just like, ooh, luck of the draw. We had this Spartan program when the aliens invaded. And if you, spoiler alert, if you don't know, ONI created the Spartan 2s to kill humans, to create a super soldier that could not be stopped by humanity. Circumstances happened that the Covenant got involved in their lives at this nearly the exact same time, which the show is showing somewhat through the eyes of Quan. And I'm not sold on Quan and Madrigal, but there's more episodes to come. There's more Spartans to hopefully there's more. This is a side point. Why are we only seeing 4 Spartans if Reach is still alive?
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, and they've talked about the percentage of Spartans that live. I can't remember it off the top of my head. I'm gonna say 40%. So
there's 66 is what she said.
yeah. So there should be a shiz ton more Spartans in this somewhere. But
Well,
hey,
they did reference some in this episode. I don't know if you noticed it, but they actually referenced
What's your name?
Jai 66, who is the leader. I believe he's the leader of Spartan Grey Team from the Cole Protocol books. Really, really cool Spartan team. So like,
I
I
think
hope
they
do bring
reference that
into-
too. Cole Protocol. I
they
remember
do.
that.
It's in episode 3. The ship starts saying initiate Cole Protocol, which is wiping any trace back to Earth out of their system, and that's what the Maquis is looking for when she's doing her little engineering stuff. She's trying to get information, and the Cole Protocol wipes it. But yeah, and I guess there is like now it's coming back to me. Chief mentions that one of the Spartans died on a planet, right? So there have been like other missions where Spartans have been killed, but I really hope they're not going with these are the last 4 Spartans. But hey, you know what? There's only one Spartan that actually really matters to this overarching Halo storyline.
Soren.
Soren. Yeah. Anywho, sorry. I don't know if that answered your question completely, but yeah, it's unfortunate to me watching that they're doing all of this insurrectionist focus on Madrigal, because that's like my only hang up, really. I kind of wish they would have just rethought it or shortened it down and then focused more on Maquis' point of view, something that we haven't seen very much, not just in the show, but like in the lore in general. It's really, to me, it's really cool that they're bringing humanity into the Covenant, or brainwashing or manipulating so that they can eradicate the entire cosmos. But nah, we're not getting a focus on Maquis. And when we did focus on Maquis, it showed children kissing and then getting beat to death. So maybe we don't need to focus on her. I don't know. Tangent done. They could. It's time to move. Get the ball rolling, please.
Yeah. Can I make a comparison real quick? Well, hold on. I want to compare to a point that he had just said about and I think this is another thing, is that this is, I think, one of the first TV shows that I know a little bit about in terms of like lore that has come out and has had this crazy mixed reception like this. But it reminds me of a show like Walking Dead, where people loved it, but the people who have been in on the comics are going, why are they going so slow? Why can't we already get to this thing? It's like, it's unfortunate that the show is so late, because it has this effect of, all right, let's go. I know where we're going. I just want to get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So once again, I'll throw this out for Mikey. I actually think we will see Jai and his team. They made reference to him.
I hope.
Young John, when she's like, "You tried to escape again, John, with Jai 66." So like, I don't think they just threw out that name, unless like maybe they did just throw it out for Easter egg. I don't know. But I see that. And then secondly, to answer your question, Derek, any pushback on the things that you did say? I will actually push back.
Soren is 066 in this show, I think.
So
well, are they
the number wrong? I could have the number.
Oh, okay. Wrong. Yeah. I was just you're good. Go ahead.
I will say I don't agree with either of you when it comes to the insurrection thing, and like we have to see. Okay, well, we're in season 1. We're doing the whole insurrection thing. If you think about it and go back to episode 1, they kind of already established that. Nip it in the bud, and they're like, oh, Spartans have been fighting Covenant. So like, they actually don't need to go down this insurrection path. That's irrelevant, but they're choosing to, which I find is very boring.
Yes. I agree.
Right. Yeah. But like, from a TV standpoint of somebody who doesn't know Halo and who's going into this, are they viewing it like, this is unnecessary, this is stupid, I hate this? I would agree that they think that the character is weak. I would just not think that they have that bigger picture of where they're going, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's just
in
boring to
the
me.
season 1 of Walking Dead, if the comic that just came out is the all-out war with Negan and friends, then of course in season 1 you're like, this is cool. However, I cannot wait to get to that because that's big. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what it feels like to me. And I don't feel like that's necessarily a reason to like, again, shit on neckbeards. I'm not saying you because you're just messing with me. But neckbeard's going, it's awful, it's garbage. I'm never gonna watch it again. It's like that's a real good way to not get a season 2 and not get what you want. That's a
I don't
fantastic
think
way
it's
to not have video games be adapted into TV shows anymore. You want Batman and Joker. You like having that legendary character. You want Master Chief to reach that next echelon of legendary status. Great, you're gonna have to be willing to see him in other aspects. Look, if Master Chief comes out with an anime, he's gonna come out going, and he's gonna have a sword. And it's gonna be all over the
They've already
place
done that.
because that's the anime thing. They've done that.
Yeah,
Okay,
had,
well,
like, they
I
had-
mean,
they
well,
had,
there you
like,
go. Like
a bunch of anime
that's
studios do.
this is the drama vehicle, which is a TV show, and
Yeah.
I think it's pretty apparent.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's go ahead, Mikey.
I'll assume goodwill here and hope. What in the world was that? Sorry, my computer just made a way loud noise.
Yeah, I was gonna
don't
say,
know
I
what
was like,
that
you're gonna
was.
hoe?
Anyway, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
assume
you're-
goodwill here and assume that they're trying to set up. I was trying to find his name, but I just couldn't find it. Minnie Hux, or the evil general on Madrigal, to look like the most absolute worst thing in this world, and then the Covenant show up and are like the comparison to that evil that they've set up, so that the Spartans make sense.
I
Right,
sure
like,
hope they show up in Glass them all.
I think, I don't know. I could see them going that route.
Quan.
Cause I mean we've seen this dude like assassinate, or not assassinate. What's that called? Execute prisoners, bound, bagged on their heads, looking at him and going, and then he shoots them. Right, sending an assassin to kill Quan, putting a hit out on Quan's head. Yeah, he's a pretty evil guy. Everything about him, the black
Smoking
suited
cigars and hot
squad that shows up like everywhere with him, like it's clear, like I'm bad, I'm like
Yep.
it's really apparent.
Yeah. And to me, again, like, yeah, I agree. That aspect of the show is weak. However, I will say I didn't care about that character at all. I actually like this dude. This dude is he's such a, I think the term is, he's such a Chad. Sigma male. That he's so brave. He dipped his cigar in the water and just left that shit in there. He's a king because he is kind of like the Thénardiers in Les Mis, where he goes, okay, all this bad stuff's happening. I'm going to take an opportunity and build myself up, right? Which is a horrible thing to do. In Les Mis, it worked out. I don't think it's going to work out for him. I think at the end of the season, Quan's going to be dealing with that with like some insurrectionist group of people. Hopefully, though, honestly, I don't know of a good future for Quan. I think honestly, I'd be okay if she's a one-season character.
Yeah, I agree.
Storyline wise, not because she's annoying, just storyline wise. I just don't see where we go with her in the Grand Covenant War. I don't know what she's going to be able to do.
Yeah, I kind of want a little tangent here on Quan and her character that just doesn't make sense to me, and it's rubbed me wrong from episode 1. She watches the Covenant and an elite kill her friends and family, right? Like the Covenant, really, really bad. Essentially, that's how her dad dies. And then she immediately just goes, nah, I think UNSC is still bad. It's worse than the Covenant. It's like, I mean, yeah, because it's what her father was like fighting for her entire life. I can understand that. But if I just watched the Lizard Man saw my dad in half, I think I'd be more upset about that. And the badass super soldiers who showed up to save my life, that's what's really rubbing me wrong about Quan, is like she just immediately forgets about that and goes on this like mission to resurrect her father's ambitions. But I'm not saying it doesn't work storyline like cohesive. It's just to me not relatable at all.
I will say that it doesn't make sense storyline wise. I think she's a dumb character. She's stupid. She's stupid, not because she's a woman, not because she's a Mary Sue or something.
Right, because she makes
there's no woke
dumb choices.
anything really in this show. I don't see any wokeism for neckbeards to be mad about.
No.
So it seems to me like they're just being mad to be mad. It's like I can understand if it was like wokeism stuff, but I don't see any wokeism in here. She's a dumb character, and the
Yeah.
script doesn't play her to be a smart character. She's been dumb the whole time. She's still dumb in this episode. She's dumb. But
Sound
You're
like
just
yeah,
walking around magical talking to people. It just you have a bounty on your head, chick. You should not be out in
a
public.
funeral. Yeah.
yeah, like why would you go to a public funeral for someone who's an enemy of the
Why
state?
are they wasting time? Is my question. Because Mikey, you made a really good point that you've been rubbed wrong by this person. I have too, but it's not the actress. It's not even her story. It's the fact that she's even in this show. It baffles me where what they're. I don't understand what they're trying to do. Both of you have said my point almost verbatim combined together. She's
Mhm,
dumb. Her story sucks. It's not going anywhere. I don't see
mhm.
how it can go anywhere unless they're really going to like change a lot. It's
All of
dumb.
Madrigal
Doesn't
gets enlisted in the UNSC. There you go. They're
maybe
all gonna
The
be Marines.
or maybe it's like one of those catch 20s and Covenant show up and glass them all and kill them all. I'd be okay with that.
so I
Sure,
think
it'd be worth
her
it. It'd be worth
I,
all the pain. Uh,
I think her only purpose has
uh.
already been done. Her only purpose was waking Chief up. That was the only reason
Yeah.
Oh,
that she was around. If you
aside,
notice in this episode, this
time
is
out,
something else
time out,
that I go ahead.
time out. Sorry. I actually don't know if my mic is catching. Why would it not be catching again?
So this is something else that man, I told you to double check that every time.
I
It's
did.
just like good
I
practice,
haven't changed anything.
but it's catching me.
It's catching you. Yeah. Hold
Oh,
on.
okay. All right. I'm gonna rant real quick. Man, I told you to double check that. So I think her purpose has already been done. To me, storyline wise, her purpose was to be the moral good thing that Chief initiates to start this whole story. Without Kwanha, he doesn't become humanized Chief John. I'm gonna say. And that's it. That's really her only value because I don't really. I mean, the only real thing is that she's added a couple really cool villains. I think small villains for sure, especially compared to the Covenant. But I do kind of like that aspect that not all the humans are good, and not all of them are like we're good people, and aliens are bad people. I like the nuance. I like the nuance of a character like Thenardier, or in this one, Fincher, whatever his name is, like going, I'm going to take advantage of this. They're not coming to kill me. Like I would love for
Right.
him to win. I would love for him to kill Quan Ha and then Master Chief and them have to escape through a wormhole as the planet's getting glassed and he's sitting in his hot tub and he's sitting there going, I've
Boiling.
won. And then immediately just dies. Like that would be hilarious
Yeah,
to me. And then we can move on to the Covenant Wars in season 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think my voice is being caught at all. I don't know what's
That's
going
okay.
on.
I got it on my end. So if you want to like re-record it or pull it or something.
Yeah,
If you decide to like
it's
put it
definitely
up.
not catching. I don't know what's going on. So
Oop.
yeah, weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you update?
No, I didn't do anything.
Does your computer auto update?
Actually, you know what? I think I did update, but I don't know why it would change any like because you can. I'm
Update.
sharing my screen right now. Can you see my screen?
Here comes the tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
Doo-dee-doo. Although there's some validity to not updating.
They're
It-
trying to silence me.
Lazy and I don't do those checks. That's
Yeah,
the only
see,
reason.
I still have it there, but for whatever reason, it's not picking me up. Check my properties and
Yeah, I can't see any of that. It just shows main screen. But yeah, as long as it's your Yeti mic, is your mic is your microphone plugged in? Sorry, I'm doing.
Well,
podcast.
yeah, because we can hear him on your in your mixer area. Is your little speaker muted?
nope,
Can you see a green bar go back and forth when you talk?
no, but I can see yours.
Yeah, so it's just OBS is not picking up your mic.
Weird. Oh, fun. Well, it's okay.
Just
My point still sucks
well,
anyways.
well, no, you just go to my channel and I mean, I could download the highlight and email it to you.
I don't care. At this
Okay.
point, I really don't care. I will say, since we had a little intermission there, I hope you're right, Derek. I hope the show does get better. I really do, but I just am but I feel like I've been neutered. It's not
Oh,
a show. It's not a show that I would come back to if it wasn't for the fact that it has the title Halo on it and a big guy in green armor.
and
Mhm.
that is exactly the reason they chose it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a valid point. Like if it was called elliptical, right, and it didn't have Master Chief, I don't think all three of us would be watching it right now, unless they like specifically made it to mock or parody Halo, right? I wouldn't be interested in it if it didn't have strong roots in my childhood. If
Yeah,
this had nothing to do with Halo.
Wheel of Time came out, and a lot of people got excited about that, and I went, "That looks dumb." And they're like, "No, no, no, but the books." And I went, "I know the books. I guess they're a
Uh,
big thing, just like Dune. It's like, hey, I know that you guys know the books, and that's great. And if the show comes out and you love it, that's fantastic. And if it's good, it'll eventually get itself to me. But I don't care about those books." So yeah, it's trying to appeal to a different audience than the gamers. And I would probably maybe, I don't know. I feel like it's probably more on par with books because that's books and TV shows are really close in
there's
storytelling of arcs and things. So
Chief Mendez is in this episode. If people who are saying like it's not like the books, I don't know what more you need. Cole Protocol, excuse me, Chief Mendez, like, come on, you got to give credit where credit is due. No, it is not a carbon copy of the books. It's not a retelling
One
of the
thing
books.
that is very, very subtle that I actually think they missed on a golden opportunity to put more like story into an actual character that is in the scene in the books is, and maybe they will go back to it. I don't know because we only saw, he remembers Halsey being at his house.
Uh-huh.
But when John is initially doing that coin flip test, it's with Halsey and it's with Captain Keys.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Captain Keys is introduced. I don't know why they wouldn't have had him in that scene. Because like we haven't really seen Captain Keys. He's been really shelved
Mhm.
since episode 1/2, I think two. Maybe he'll be more relevant in the future, but yeah, I just thought that was kind of a missed opportunity. Maybe they'll come back to it. I don't know.
I mean,
I
there's
think he's also a useless character. Like he's literally saying, "I'm
so
a
far,
fence
yeah.
sitter." He's a useless idiot in the government.
I'm a
Like,
good dad.
no, he's not.
Your
He's a
mom.
horrible dad.
No,
He's
that's
like, your
that's his
mom
character.
hates you and you hate your mom. Shit happens, I guess. Like that's his whole attitude. It's like, what? Like that he doesn't act like her dad at all.
Yeah. Another
Go ahead.
moment that took me out of this, I briefly mentioned earlier, is when on Madrigal when the black coats show up and he's
Mhm.
walking through the street and like stops him with the force. That was a dumb choice. And the motorcycle chase scene was just not very well done to me. It wasn't fast, and then like they try to make it like it's a chase scene where they're chasing after Soren, and this guy's like taking a corner at 5 miles an hour and just tips over into the boxes. And I went, what?
Right.
Whoa, what are we doing? Is this the action of this
Only-
episode? Because
If only we had the
no,
scooter gang.
yeah,
That's
at
what I was
least they
gonna
weren't
say.
brightly colored.
Yeah,
At least
that's
they
what I
weren't
was gonna
brightly
say.
colored.
I was like, look, you can be mad about it, but hey, coming off the scooter gang, that's a pretty damn good chase.
Yeah,
It's short.
I'll watch that over. Yeah, I agree. But
I
it's
honestly
just
think they only put it in because there was very little action in this episode. So they're like, well, what can we do?
scooter chase.
That's the only thing I can think of the reason of that being in there. However, all of the stuff surrounding all of that awfulness is Soren. And this is like to me a highlight of that portion of the episode is him literally just being a person playing a video game. Going, well, I like that helmet. I'm gonna take it.
Give
And he
me it,
pulls
yep.
out this massive golden gun that is I don't remember seeing that in any Halo. I don't
No,
give a
yeah,
fuck.
or
That was
AKs
bad.
or
It was that was badass. Keep the golden gun. This dude's funny as fuck. He's awesome. I love him as a character, and I don't care that he wasn't in the games or the TV shows. He's hilarious. Keep it up. Keep it up, Soren. Don't die. Don't die.
If
Don't
Soren, I will skip Quan scenes if Soren disappears. I'm telling you right now. And then in the reviews, you can tell me to go back and watch it or not. Because my goodness, I can't anymore with the Madrigal nonsense. His bucket helmet though is a little, shall you
looks
say,
silly.
Yeah, bad.
Right. Which again is
it
like
was
it
bad.
goes into my things. That's one of the things I kind of noted in my head of the technical aspect. Some of the stuff is really creative and awesome and great. The way they do
Uh-huh.
slip space, the way they do the CGI in space is interesting at least. Like it's like okay, I mean it's not the best CGI I've ever seen in the world. However, I was just watching the Stranger Things trailer with Angry Joe, and he hates CGI, and I went, okay, good. So now when I watch your Halo thing when you go, well, why isn't the CGI so good? It's like, well, I mean, you can't really have it both ways. It seems that Halo is going less the CGI route, more the practical effects route. Sometimes it works, like with the Needler and the Warthog and the aliens, and a majority of it works. Like I'd say, like 98% of the show really works,
Sure.
technically. But then you get that bucket hat, and you're like, you didn't need to wear that.
Ooh, yeah. Well, why
Yeah,
does
you
he
need
need
to
a
wear that.
helmet? Like, is this some kind of PR for when you're riding a bike? Wear a helmet, kids, because you didn't know it didn't work.
Right. Yeah.
That and another thing that's kind of maybe I just need to rewatch it. But Soren is all about the money at the end of episode 3, and then before that, he's all about protecting Quan because for some odd reason he feels indebted or loyal to Chief. And then he
Yeah.
goes back to being loyal to Chief and not about the money. It's just pick one, guy.
Yeah, I think
Do you want the
if I
money
go
or
back
no?
and rewatch it, I think it was more he's trying to stop Quan Ha from doing something silly because he goes, "I'd kill you." Like he's always
Uh huh.
talking kind of through his mouth or through the side of his face type deal.
Sarcastically.
Yeah, sarcastically. So like you could chalk it up to that. But I agree with you. Like in the episode, I was like, well, I fully expect him to go, "You ain't got no money,
Yep.
venture, come
Reward
on over."
time. Yeah, exactly. Let's go
But
get the money.
however, though, I do feel like he loves Chief, and they have that brotherhood so much that Chief has asked him to do something, and he goes, "Okay, I'll do it. I could possibly get money while I do this thing." And in the moment, he went, "I cannot do this to Chief. I
Uh
can't
huh.
do this to the girl. This place is really as fucked as she said it is." And
Uh huh.
all right, I'm gonna help her out, I guess.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was in the moment. I feel like he was going back and forth a
Here's
little
the
bit.
question.
I just love to see it, right? Like it's
Right.
good to
Yes.
speculate,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's time to show, right?
Here's the
Sure.
question. From a TV perspective, okay? Because like I'm honestly curious what your opinion is.
Okay.
Are they putting those chips just above their butt cracks just so that they can show butts on this show?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sex sells, absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know what the complaint is because you've seen
I'm
two
just
women
asking a
naked.
question. Just
Not your
asking.
complaint, not your complaint. I'm talking about
The
everybody else's
complaint.
complaint, right?
Right.
I've heard people go, I don't want to see lesbians and gays in this universe. I've never seen that before. I don't know if you know who the Night's
Oh, they're
Watch is.
British. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is a
But
parody. Okay.
there's one dude on that panel who's a complete fucking asshole. And I would be okay if he just kind of disappeared from the internet. Like he just needs to go away. He's just a little bit of an asshole. And
Oh,
I
you talking
couldn't.
about the Night's Watch, the Shadiversity channel thing?
At Shadiversity, he seems okay. Like I mean, they're all three friends, and they all have like
You
they all
watch them?
dislike this. They are not they. I shouldn't say all three of them because the other two, the skinny nerdy one and then the middle main one, they are like fine, whatever. They don't like the show, whatever. But the other dude's like, I don't want to see gay people or Asian people. It's woke, and it's like, no, it's not. Shut the fuck up. But if are the gay people
Neo-Nazi.
lesbians? Because then I'm good to go. And I was like, you're a fucking pig, neck beard, fuck, hate you. And it immediately made me, yeah, it pissed me off because I was like, you're the worst type of human. You're Fincher, unironically. You're Fincher. You're that person. I hope you realize that. You're not Master Chief. Master Chief
Yeah.
wouldn't do this. He's the type of person who I'm targeting when I say neckbeards.
Yeah.
And there's more of him out there. I don't think you're that person.
I hope you're not watching his whole episode.
Whose whole episode?
That this reviewer you're talking about, because then you're
Night's Watch?
you're supporting what you hate.
Night's Watch?
Yeah, whoever you're talking about right now, right?
Oh, I will
Correct.
actually. I'll actually talk about them for a second.
I
because
skipped. Well, they talk for a lot. Like they talk. as long
So
as
you
we
skip
do.
through it.
So
Okay.
it's- So it's like
Yeah.
I listened to their general points and then I went, okay. And then I kind of skipped forward a little bit more. And these are the people I was telling you about that have like 4 soda cans in front of them. And I'm like, who the fuck are you to judge? You go make a
Uh-huh.
television show.
Yeah.
You're sitting here yelling on the internet? What the fuck have you ever done besides get people to yell it with you in some weird tirade of, not
Mhm.
my Master Chief, not my Master Chief? What the fuck have you ever done? In the grand scheme of things besides your 1 million subscribers or whatever. Like you couldn't make this show, so don't try. You're not Steven Spielberg, bro. Sorry. But that's
I
that's you want to see me unchained. That's me unchained. Me on Twitter today is nothing compared to what I have for that dude. Anyway, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I've been watching Shadiversity for a while because I
He seems
like
okay.
yeah. Well, let's talk about it first. Just a second. Shad, I think is very genuine, but he does have bad takes sometimes, and he does.
I think his name is Oz, the one I hate.
Okay. Um, yeah, Shad's channel's fine. He has a lot of really entertaining um videos, but he has even just for example, recently he went really hard on Elden Ring and it backfired on him. Um, i- it's not the first time that they've done something like this,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I don't really like his little posse either. This is being someone that's been subscribed to Shad since I mean, way before he was ever popular. Because I actually watch a couple of these dudes, Scholar Grim, and he's probably more popular than Chad. Even like
And,
Metatron, these
and hey,
people
you
that
want to make a
talk about historical things and knights and stuff. Like I've always liked those kind of channels, and that's how I
right?
found Chad. But yeah, this is not the first time. This is how they do it. This
And
is
I yes,
typically them.
exactly. And that's my thing. Okay, you want to know why like politics is toxic? Because the only people in politics are toxic ass people. You need to get some good people in there. Get some good people in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to talk politics. Well, then you're leaving the conversation to all the fucking assholes. Same thing with this. If you're not sensational or crazy or polarized to the if you're nuanced at all, you're boring. We don't want to listen to you. We either want to hear you
Mhm.
suck Master Chief's dick or we want to see you trash it. It's garbage. It's awful. There is no
Yeah.
room for nuance. There is no room for discussion. It's
I
constant shit from
I
them.
want to I
But go
want to
ahead.
hear Brian Gilbert, whatever his name. I want to hear his take. The guy who did the Halo novels that I showed you, read all of them. Really
Oh,
funny
that guy?
kid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would
I,
be
I
interesting.
I'd
I'd be
love
curious.
I'd love to see his take on the show.
Yeah, but
And
that's
quite
like the
honestly, I'd
biggest thing.
rather him be writing the show, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. I'm. It comes down to what Mikey and I both said. I think we're here for the nostalgia of it being Halo, and
Mhm.
that's the only thing keeping us here.
Yeah, yeah. And I
Yeah.
sympathize with you. I sympathize with you. It
Yeah.
happens. I get it. Fandoms get like 21 Pilots, like the whole song. Oh, I forget what it was, but it came out with Suicide Squad, the first movie.
All
And
my
it's like it
friends.
sounds, yeah. All my friends are something, something, some whatever it is, like whatever that song was.
Watch it.
Um, the subtext of that is, well, we were not very popular, and then we came out with Stressed Out, and now we're mega popular. Hey, be careful. Some of our fan base is a little crazy because that's what our music was. It was very psychological and deep and different and unique. And now we're hitting mainstream and we're changing a little bit. It happened with Linkin Park too, where it's like, not my Linkin Park. Fuck Linkin Park. It's not the same. It's like, who needs to stay the same their whole life? How boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair, but it's such a big game that if it was like something smaller and something
Hmm.
less known, yeah, there's always going to be people that who were you saying like Moon Knight. Moon Knight's actually a pretty good example because like not a lot of
I would
people
say,
know who Moon Knight is. He just is, right? And there's some people that are like, oh, this is not my Moon Knight because he's not like the comics and stuff. Halo is a pretty
right.
big deal. I mean, it's like the flagship of Microsoft
Hmm.
video games. And so to take a medium of that caliber and to completely do it different baffles
Not
me.
completely, not completely. Again, like this
Uh,
crazy nuanced answer, 60%, but then completely different. Like it's just
so
different
so
language.
let
You're
me let me
speaking
let
out
me
two
let me
sides of your
use
mouth.
English
Go
then.
ahead
Let
and
me use English
clarify.
then.
Clarify.
Let me clarify. It hasn't been one thing that is identical. Like they have tweaked
The name.
every.
The name, Master Chief. He's got green armor, silver
Okay.
team, blue team,
Sure.
Captain Keys.
All
Like
right.
I could give you 8,500 off the top of my head. But go ahead, keep going.
Ooh, 8,500. That's a high
I'm
number.
just trying to help you be a better debater, bro. Because the things you're talking are
I'm not here
not
to
good.
debate.
You
That's
are
not why I'm
though.
here. No, I'm
You
really not.
are.
I am not.
And I don't
And
know what you're doing.
if you
Again, that's the thing.
continue,
It's
if you
like you've
continue
entered
to like,
into an arena. Hold on.
I
You've
understand.
entered
No,
into. I'm
no,
running the
no, no,
show,
no.
right? I'm running the show, right?
Okay,
I reclaim my time. All right. Look,
okay.
I'm gonna calm down on this. I'm a little upset because of the whole Oz thing, and this fucking asshole. I hate him. But
Yeah, don't take it out
now
on me.
that's fine. Just don't parrot those talking points. It's
I'm not
completely
parroting them.
different. It's completely different. Not one thing is the same. You know that that's bad faith.
Okay, sorry. It's not 100% the same. It's not what I'm saying.
Okay,
You're
there you go.
right. You're right. Okay, but at the
Thank
same
you.
time, let's have fun.
I agree. Let's have fun. And if you don't
Be
like
nice
it,
to me.
stop shit posting. I agree. Don't push the TV people and say we don't know what the fuck we're talking about when it's not your medium. When you're like, it needs to be the games. Oh, but we're the TV people, right? This was my whole analogy. Mikey, maybe you didn't see this analogy. I had said on Twitter, it's almost
Are
as
you
if
saying that to me or in general?
in general,
Okay.
it's as if these Halo gamers have come into the TV space and went, and it's like a Del Taco, right? And you
Oh,
go to Del Taco and the gamers come in and the
this is
gamer
actually one
space.
argument I was
Okay.
honest about. I stand by that argument.
Again, I really don't know what you believe in. Okay, so you've got Del
Well, I'll tell you
Taco.
what I believe in.
Well, hopefully
Tell me what you
you've
want.
got
What you
Del
believe in.
Taco who does
Oh,
tacos.
yeah.
You go to Del Taco for tacos generally, right? You go to TV for TV stories generally. You go to McDonald's or Arby's, whatever your hamburger place is, for hamburgers. That's like video games, right? And so if you go to Del Taco as a hamburger person and you're like, you guys have hamburgers on the menu, which they do. And you go, okay,
Ooh,
well, I'm going to get that hamburger. And then you take a bite of the hamburger and you go, oh, in the middle of the restaurant, you go, this is shit. Oh, it's fucking awful. This place is garbage. I fucking hate this place. And then everybody in the restaurant's going, why don't you just get a taco, bro? And then you go, why are you being mean to me? Why can't I have an opinion? It's like, bro, you came into the restaurant ordering a hamburger from a
have
taco
to step
place.
in. I have to
Go
step in.
ahead.
I
Go
have to
ahead.
step
That's
in.
my analogy. That's my analogy, but go ahead.
2 points. One, Del Taco's hamburgers are amazing. If you've never had one, go get one.
I got one 2 weeks ago, and that's exactly why I made it my example. It's
Okay.
not great.
Number two, I think your analogy is off because how
Okay.
I look at it is Del Taco is Halo. Okay. It's not, the hamburgers aren't Halo. Del Taco's Halo. People came to Del Taco because they want tacos, right? So
Okay.
they want Halo, okay? But when they get there, they say, "Hey, I like tacos. I would love to participate in this and have one of your tacos. Can I have a taco, please?" And they say, "Sure. Here's your taco." And they serve you sushi with salsa on it and say, "Here's a taco." It's not a taco. It's not taco.
So your main
It's
contention is
people
Halo
are
is
coming
not Halo.
people are coming for the tacos, but they're not getting tacos. And you're saying you need to be okay with it because TV or because they're trying something different.
No,
My
I
whole
don't see that.
argument
No, I don't.
my whole argument is people came to this show because they like Halo or they might have been somewhat intrigued. Oh, there's a sci-fi show, I've never been into Halo. Let's watch this. Okay, but the majority of people I would imagine came to this show because they are fans of Halo. If I go to Del Taco wanting a taco, I'm going to expect a taco. But what they are giving me is a sushi roll with salsa and calling it a taco and saying, enjoy. This is what you're getting. And if you don't like it, then you're a neckbeard, is how I feel like your argument has been. And so, like, that point, I will stand by. I don't agree with you at all. I think your analogy is very, very off and it's very, very convoluted because you're using too many variables. Point and simple. I want Halo. I come for Halo. They don't give me Halo. They give me
They
something very
literally
different.
give you Halo. I just don't know what you mean. I just don't think they're giving you the Halo that you want. And when, like, to me, when I review things, I don't review what I wanted to see. I review what I saw. And that's it. I can theory craft and I can go, okay, well, maybe they'll do that. And if they don't, I could be disappointed. But like for instance, in Prince of Egypt, I wanted it to be like a cartoon, like Encanto, with a story beat, climax, big, and then you have the thing. But it wasn't like that. It
But
was more of
you didn't
just
have something to go
events,
off of
right?
before with Prince of Egypt. I grew up on Halo novels. I grew up on Halo video games. I came into the show expecting something similar to that. And
Mhm.
there are elements that are like, okay, if it wasn't for the names in this show, the fact that they're in green armor and like the Covenant, this isn't Halo. It's not. They're doing a
Why? Because it's
completely
not
different
action.
story. Hold on, let me finish my point.
It's the same point, but
But no, it's not. I'm trying to get to the point building off of my original point. They have even stated that we are not doing what you are expecting of Halo. We're doing something different.
I
Fine.
looked into that, by the way, actually.
Okay. But fine.
Mhm.
Even if that's the case and you haven't played any of the games and didn't read the books and you're using the flagship of what the name Halo to construct a story,
Uh-huh.
I guess at the end of the day, shame on me because fool me once. That's really what's going on. I have accepted that this is never going to be the Halo I want it to be. At least right now, it's not. Maybe eventually it can be, but you can't say like this Del Taco analogy because it I don't think it's very fair. I think my analogy is a lot more to the point of how a lot of people feel. There are people that are a lot more radical about it, but it's very hard to voice your opinion when there are so much extremes on both sides. Like, oh, shut up. This is you're an idiot. Like
Why
this,
why
they
do you
told
care about
you.
other people's opinion? Why don't you have your own opinion?
I have my own opinion.
But you're just now explaining
Why
that
do you
it's
care
hard to
about other
have an
people's
opinion
opinions?
because
No,
it's
I'm
fascinating.
I'm not saying I'm
Sociology.
not okay. Well, I'm fascinated by it too.
Like for
Sociology.
instance, I watch a lot of black people listen to country music because it's fascinating to
So you're
me
gonna condemn me for
to hear people
doing
see it for
exactly
the
what you're
first time.
doing, just on the other side. That doesn't even make any sense.
I don't go into the black dude's YouTube channel and go, "You didn't react the way I wanted you to. This is
Hey,
fucking awful."
I'm not them. I'm not pretending to be them. We're
But
talking
you're
about me right
defending
now.
them.
No, I'm not. I'm
You
defending
are.
me.
And then you actually said, "I'll stand on my point. This is they're giving me shit and they're saying that I need to accept it." You are saying that.
I did not say shit.
You
Sushi
said
with
You're mixing
in
salsa.
my
the Taco
words. I
Bell,
said sushi with
sushi and
salsa.
well, is
Yeah,
it good? Is it delicious?
it's not what I came
Someone
for, and
probably
it's
finds
not
it delicious.
tacos. And it's like if we're like to get
Why
into
would you
the
choose
analogy.
sushi and that like combination if it like didn't
Because
taste it? To me, I'm assuming it didn't taste good.
sushi is a whole different culture. It's from Japan and Asian cultures,
Right. So
where
why didn't you go to
tacos are
Burger
from
King?
Latin culture. What?
Why didn't you go to another taco place that doesn't serve you a different type of
That's
taco?
Derek. That's exactly what I just said. Shame on me. Like I should have not expected Halo, I guess, and I should be condemned, is what you're saying, because they said from the beginning,
Oh,
"Oh
it
yeah,
is.
we're
It
not gonna."
is. It's still taco. It's still Halo. It's still very
It's
much Halo.
not.
It's just not your specific one.
Okay, I understand that, and that's what you're saying is like, oh no, it's still like it has salsa on it. It's still Latin food. It's just it's it it's a turd covered in Halo armor. It's not
So it
Halo.
is shit.
No, for me, I don't like it. Okay, and that's okay. It's
And they're
okay if I don't like
saying
it.
that you have to. They're saying,
But
Landon, I want you to
Where
watch this
where
every
your
week and
issue
hate it.
is that I'm having a hard time following you is you keep
Uh
on
huh.
going back and forth between how like I'm defending it and how these people that are offending it are defending it. I'm not speaking for these people. I'm
Stop
speaking for
farting.
me. This is
Ugh.
in my opinion. Okay,
Your
Ugh.
specifically.
hypothetical was exactly what Oz says. Is they're forcing me? It's forcing it down my throat. I don't want
I
this. This
didn't
isn't
say that.
Halo.
I didn't say they were
Okay,
forcing
so
it
we've
down my
gotten to
throat.
eat the sushi. You should like it. You shouldn't have an opinion about
No,
it.
I said that you were saying that.
I am saying that because you guys are on Twitter going,
Exactly.
"We hate this. We hate this. This is awful." And they haven't even watched the
Wait,
thing.
wait, 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 wait.
They're
So are
just
you
listening
saying
to the
that toward
reviewers.
me now? Or because you said you guys? Because I
I
didn't
have
say
no
that.
idea. I have no clue because I don't know
I'm
where you
so
are.
lost. I'm so lost.
I don't know your
I
genuine
don't
opinion of the show.
I'll tell you, I've been telling you this whole time. This is my opinion. I don't like the
I was
show.
just joking with you. Actually, I really did believe in that. Actually, this is what I really think of the show.
I think
Those
I've
types
been
of statements are silly.
I think I've been very clear how I feel about the show. I don't know how you're not following. I told you I was messing with you on Twitter. I told you I haven't enjoyed what they've done with the show. I think there are some redeeming qualities about the show, but the fact is it the only reason I'm watching the show is because it has the name Halo on it and the guy in a big green armor, but it doesn't feel like Halo. That is my opinion.
Okay.
That's
And
so
and
just to be
then
clear, that's where I'm at. So like if you can't follow that, I can't help you any more than
I
that.
can't follow that.
Okay,
Because The
then we're
Witcher
done.
is exactly how I felt. I went, I can't stand this show. I'm just not going to watch it. I'm just going to let the other two watch it, and I'm going to listen to their opinion. And I'm going to go, oh, okay. It's not my thing. Mikey's done that. You've done that. I've given you two options for Midnight Mass, and you were like, oh, watch this. And I was like, okay. I didn't go, nah, you shouldn't. I didn't like berate you. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't go on Twitter saying, like, I can't believe people would rather watch stupid ass anime like instead of this amazing show. Everybody has a different opinion. I respect that. It's when it gets crazy toxic that it pisses me off. Now
Oh, I
you
agree
had
with you.
said today, well, why are you being so loud and mean on Twitter? Motherfucker, I've been quiet for 3.5 weeks. And now I'm coming loud. I mean, at what point am I allowed to defend myself as a TV
So
person?
so
Because y'all are coming in going, you don't know. And it's like,
once
what do
again,
you
Derek,
mean?
once again,
We're
to
just
be
watching a
very,
show.
very clear, to be very, very clear, I was messing with you on Twitter. The only thing that I actually had a genuine opinion about was your Del Taco analogy.
I mean,
Just
I
so,
guess
so we're on the same page,
talk
okay?
shit, get hit. And if I mean, hey, it's just a prank, bro. That might be an okay excuse for you. It's not an
Would
okay
you like
excuse
me?
for me.
Would you like me to say sorry?
I mean, if you were fucking with me, I mean,
I
no,
was.
I don't
If
really
it was,
care.
I
But
said
it's a
yes.
weird thing for you to be upset that I'm coming after you when
Oh,
you
I'm
had
not.
such a crazy, harsh opinion of the show.
Whoa, 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 whoa. When did I
You don't
ever
even
say?
want to podcast anymore. You're like, you do it. It's
Huh?
defeated me. Like you've been on this for 3 weeks. The show
Okay,
is not
so I'm gonna
Halo. I
have
don't
to I'm gonna have to
understand.
take I'm gonna have to say time out because you're turning this into something that it's not, and we need to make sure we're on the same page.
Okay, all
Uh,
right, let's reset.
okay, we need to reset because that's not how I
Let's reset.
feel. I have been
I'm
milking
losing
it
my
in.
shit. I don't know how you feel, and that's the problem.
Well,
I
let's
guess my
reset.
problem
I
is that
Derek, let me talk.
I can't deal with
If you
people
want to have a
who give me
conversation, you
crazy
need
shit.
to let me talk, okay?
This is a review of
Go ahead.
You
Halo.
just
I
told me
Go
how
ahead.
you
promise.
felt. And
This
I,
got a
I
little.
have told you exactly what happened on Twitter. I'm sorry if I
I need to
made
work
you
some things
upset.
out here.
Okay, I was messing with you. That's
No,
my bad.
you got upset.
What?
You got upset. Your camp are the upset ones.
Okay, for starters, I'm not in that camp. I wouldn't associate myself with those people because those people are radicals, and I have accepted that this show isn't going to be what I want it to be. Okay, number two. I'm not defeated. I love doing this. This is fun. I enjoy talking about this. You guys are my friends. I want to continue doing this. I just thought it'd be interesting to have someone else host. Because sometimes I struggle a little bit, and I don't know, what it is, but I was like, hey, you know what? It might be fun to have Derek talk about it because he has been so passionate on Twitter. I'm gonna let him host today.
Okay.
I think that'd be
So it
really,
had
really fun.
nothing. So were you
Okay.
fucking with me at the end of last night's Moon Knight thing, where you were like, "I'm just gonna have you host. I can't. I'm defeated." Were you just fucking with me then too?
No, I wasn't. Well, there's a hint of truth of like, yeah, I wanted you to do it, but it's
Is
like
it
I'm not
true or is it
defeated.
false?
So when I'm saying I'm defeated, like I'm not
How
defeated.
do you feel?
If I was defeated, I wouldn't be watching the
I
show.
I gotta
If
pee.
I was
So you're not
completely
defeated.
defeated,
I gotta go
Okay.
pee.
I'm not in a good place with this show. If we're like, let's get serious, and I'll answer the questions
You're
completely honestly.
60%,
So
and that's a valid opinion. I like that.
sure. So I will answer these questions 100% honest, and not shitting with you or messing with you. So like, if you have questions to make sure we're on the same page, I'd love to answer them for you. In this
Mhm.
podcast, I have been genuine. On Twitter, I wasn't genuine. I was messing with you. I thought like, oh, Derek's like really going hard on these guys. Let's see if I can like get him to keep going and see what happens. So that's what I was initially doing. The Del Taco thing, I do stand by that. I think your analogy was kind of weird. Because if people go to Del Taco wanting a hamburger and it's not good, like your Del Taco is a taco place. That's just what it is. So I thought that was a strange thing, so I just wanted to point that out. But no, like I'm having fun. I like this. I actually am enjoying Halo. It's just I'm not enjoying it as much as I think that I could, or am completely happy with it. I think it's a very mediocre show. I think the only reason I am coming back is because, like I said,
Mhm.
Green Armor, uh, it's Halo, has Halo themes and stuff. It doesn't feel like the Halo that I love,
Mhm.
or even familiar with it. It has like it's like a parallel universe. It's really weird. I feel like I'm watching like a Key and Peele skit or something. It's different. It's very different. And at the end of the day, a lot of things that Mikey has been saying, I feel the exact same way. I'm right there.
Okay.
It's
All
But
right,
fine.
Mikey's not at
I go pee. I'm
60%,
sorry.
so
No,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah,
feel
yeah.
exactly the same way.
So, okay, using the English language correctly, thank you for correcting me. I don't feel the exact same way, but I'm pretty close. I'm
It's,
pretty close to what
it,
his
it,
points have been
it's
saying. I
supposed to
don't think it's
be
as good as what he said, but I do think there are redeeming qualities in the show because it is a TV show. They are doing TV
a review
things.
of Halo,
It's
but they
just
are just
I'm bored.
going at each other.
It's not a great show.
DJ, thanks for the sub.
And that's just the thing. It's like at that point, it saddens me that people are enslaved to the fact that it's a new show, so I must watch it. I do it because I actually like it, and I tend to like the shows, so it's not a big deal for me. If I don't like it, I usually just tune out and I stop watching. And I think you guys do that too. Like with Walking Dead, sometimes that
Oh, yeah.
happens. Like Landon, I don't think you've seen all the way up, caught up to
No.
where
Doing well,
Walking Dead is
DJ.
now, right?
Thank you
Even
again.
though that's
Thanks
a
for the
big
sub.
popular show, right?
Hopefully, I'll be
Here's the
streaming
thing
more
that I
in
see:
April.
people like Oz, right, and the people who go on Twitter just clowning around. I understand that now. You said that I was clout chasing. You said that my take was bad. You like all of this stuff. That was just you clowning, and that's
Look at
fine.
that
You've
gold
taken
little
that back.
panda
That's
bear.
fine. I'm okay with that. But unfortunately, it has that side effect of sending a bunch of neckbeards into random
Are you a Halo
slots,
fan, DJ?
unnecessarily shitting on people who went, you know what, I actually like that show. And they're in there going, bro, I'm unsubbing. Like, I sent you a picture of some of the
Did
shit
I?
people were saying.
And
And
this
you
is
were
not a
telling
rhetorical
me that
question.
I
Did
was
I
just
Are you
like,
are you
that?
watching the TV show?
Did I send those people?
okay, so we're going to
Watch
get
episode
into
3?
a
I'm not.
conversation about how
I'm
words
not asking
matter.
rhetorically. No.
I don't
I
know.
genuinely don't know. You clearly
You're
have been on Twitter.
perpetuating-
I don't
way
know if
more
they'll
than
get
I
into
have.
spoilers,
You're
but if you're
perpetuating
worried about
the
spoilers,
point.
yeah, don't.
You're
I won't
totally
No,
be
lying.
I'm
offended.
not.
You
I'm
can
really
hop
not.
out.
I'm
But
genuinely asking what you saw.
they're more mad
Did I
at
send
each
people
other.
to other people? Because that's not cool.
People like Oz and all those YouTube channels are doing that.
Okay, am I doing that though?
If you're coming back against me going after them, yes, you're defending them.
So if I don't like the show, I'm defending them.
You said you did like the show. You said no, I'm with Mikey on like it's a pretty solid show. It's just not Halo. Like that's what
I
you
said
just
it.
said.
No, I
You
said
hopped
it
in
was
at a great
mediocre. I
time.
don't
Now
like
you
the
hate the show
but
now?
No, Derek.
Mediocre's middle of the road.
Mikey, I'm so lost, man. How he keeps coming back to this
Clearly.
conclusion.
I'm
I
trying to help
specifically
home.
okay. Let's get the record straight. If you need a pencil to write it down,
Oh,
so you know exactly where I'm at, because like I don't want to keep going in circles. I think this is a mediocre show. I think there are redeeming qualities. I don't think it's as bad as what these really disgusting people are saying, but I don't necessarily like the show either.
Right.
I think
So
the
Mike,
only reason I am coming back is because it has the title Halo and Halo themes to it, but I would have been gone a long time ago if it didn't have those things. I love sci-fi, and so like if I was approaching this show as a sci-fi show, I
Mhm.
would have been gone by now.
Okay.
If it didn't have Halo on it. But I'm
I
not
guess
defending these people. I will state for the record that these people that are attacking people because
never mind
they're
then.
saying, "Oh, I like this show." No, you shouldn't do that. That's really bad. That's messed up. You shouldn't
Right,
be
and
there
that's
is
why
like it's
hardcore.
okay
I'm
if
so
you're not Halo.
hardcore
Exactly.
back because I
Yeah.
feel okay. They're going after my TV people unnecessarily.
Sure.
And the TV show unnecessarily, actually, because technically it's wonderful. Acting wise, it's fantastic. There's a few plot lines that I'm not cool with. There's a few technical things like the helmet thing and stuff that I think is silly. But what people come back at me with is buts.
And I commend you for doing that, Derek. I was genuinely asking if I had sent people because I was unaware. I wasn't rhetorically doing it. I wasn't trying to shit with you.
No,
I
no.
thought you were
I agree with
insinuating
both
that
of
I did, and
them,
if
like
that's the
certain
case, I
aspects.
apologize. That's
No, I like
was
the fight.
never
I
my
want
intention.
But
argue with
I'm-
me. I
I'm
want people to
unique.
come argue with me. There's too many pacifists out there going,
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if I was sending people to other people, like you can handle it. Other
so
people,
I think You are in your rhetoric. The way you're talking on Twitter, antithesis to my points, you're validating their opinion.
Okay,
By
once
saying that
again,
my take is bad,
I
even
will
though I think my
state
take is
for
pretty
the record that what I was doing on Twitter was shitting with you.
cool, but that's your rhetoric does not say that. Your rhetoric is saying, no, I agree with all of the neckbeard people.
Okay, but I'm telling you right now, I don't.
It's too big.
So like
Great.
stop making a case.
It's not even
Well, I'm
episode
just saying,
4.
if you
It's
keep
just
going on
like,
Twitter like that, you're gonna get
oh,
people to
oh,
come
oh.
after you like that.
I
It's
did
just
it
is what
once today. Like I did it today for the first time
Once?
and shit. No, not like one tweet. This is the first time I've shit with you about Halo on Twitter.
Oh,
So
with
like I
me, but
haven't done
not
this.
not your first time. It has not been your first time. After the first episode, like I would get it, I'd pull it up. But like on one of your accounts, you would put, this is just not Halo. This just
Yeah,
isn't it.
that's my
And that
point.
was a fair point for the first
But
episode.
I'm not attacking people by saying that.
No,
What's wrong
but
with that?
here's what it turned into. This is shit. This is garbage. They're
Oh,
forcing it down our throats. I
I
don't
didn't
want
say
this.
that.
It's like, then don't watch it. If you don't
I
want
never.
it,
Hey,
don't watch it. I
I
don't
never said
understand. You're
that,
sitting there
Derek.
whipping yourself on the
E-
back, and I don't understand why. Don't watch the show.
I never said that.
When wrestling's bad, guess what? I don't watch it.
I think you're confusing me with other things that you've seen. I did say,
I
yeah,
agree.
I think I put out some
I'll
tweets
look for
in the
it.
beginning. No, that's fine. I think I did put out some tweets in the beginning saying like, yeah, this isn't Halo. What are they doing? This is not my Master Chief or whatever, et cetera, et cetera. But not
Hmm.
once did I ever attack people. Not once did I defend people that are attacking people. Like, no, I never said that ever.
Hey,
I
nice
will
League of
continue to
Legends pick
watch
here,
this
by the way.
show.
Hold
I
on.
will continue to
I
watch the show because it's Halo, but I do not support these people that are attacking people. Okay, and if you want to continue using my like tweets as your defense of what I'm doing, this is the first time I've like really like poked at you because you were really going hard today, and I found it really funny.
Well,
So I'm
I'm
like, you
just
know what?
doing
Let's see
exactly
how.
what they did,
Okay. No,
right?
and
So
that's fine.
that's
But
the
you
thing.
keep on going back and forth between they and me, and that's where I'm getting confused because I
Because
don't know if
you
you're
keep
talking
going
about
back and forth.
only because you are. You're comparing me to these people and defending me or saying that I'm defending these people. I don't
You
defend these
are.
people at all.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna read my tweet verbatim, okay? Order 1, damn, they fucked it up. I'll be back next week though. Order 2, still
Hey,
not the game I already have. Fuck.
I
Hold
gotta
on, no,
pause.
stop. Nope, I'm gonna
No,
read the
because
whole
this
thing for
isn't
context
no.
for Mikey,
Because if you're
and then you get
talking
to.
about
Hold on.
Twitter today, it's irrelevant. I've
This was
already
last
told
night.
you,
except for the Del Taco.
except for the Del Taco. Yep, that's the only thing I stand by, Derek. So like, you don't need to read these tweets. I told you I was shitting with you the entire time. I don't understand how you keep coming back to
But
this.
then you go, I do think it's a bad show.
And he's
But I
still
do agree with
doing it.
Mikey. You're the one having two different opinions. You're like Two-Face. I don't know who I'm talking to.
Snip,
I
snap,
don't,
snip,
I
snap.
don't know if I'm talking to
Okay.
Mark or Steven right now.
And maybe I'm doing a bad job. Mikey, do you understand where I'm coming from, or are you just as confused?
I'm bringing this up because this has
Let's let
been,
Mikey talk for a
honestly,
second.
even
We've been
with
talking a
Moon Knight,
lot.
you
Let's
do
let
this stuff.
Mikey
Like,
talk
it's
for a
been
second.
a constant thing.
Let's
I'm
let
just
Mikey
getting
talk
it
for a
done.
second,
I'm
Derek.
done with it.
Let's let Mikey talk for a second.
Love the snip. Yeah,
We've been
thank
talking
you.
a lot.
Thank you. I feel more like a mediator here than anything else. I
chose
think there
to
are
fight
a
today.
lot of.
Sorry,
Sorry,
go ahead.
what?
I said I chose to fight today. I was like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm done with that. I'm done with
Yeah,
that nonsense.
yeah. You both know I
Hate confrontation.
arguing is not my cup of tea. I do think that there have been some flip-floppy opinions out of you, Landon, and I do think, Derek, that you come across a little harsh, but that's just who you are. That's who both of you are.
A little bit of
right?
an asshole. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what you're looking for out of me. Besides, my opinion is I am still in the camp that the Halo purists are a little too hard on this. I believe that the showrunners could focus a little bit more on the Halo aspect rather than the insurrectionist aspect, but I can understand why they do that. It just doesn't appeal to me. So I'll continue to watch because I know there's a huge there's still like the sky is the limit right now for what they can do with this universe. They have not They have not given me a sushi covered in salsa. I'm still getting tacos going to Del Taco, right? It is to me. I
Okay.
disagree with your point there. I think we are getting Halo. It's just not. It's not action. It's I don't know if you know what cool media versus hot media is. This whole episode was cool media. It's not in your face. You know, there's a lot of analyzing and looking at, like, trying to find foreshadowing and looking at what they're trying to set up here, right? Where episode 1 especially is very hot media, where it's like, ooh, explosion, ooh, bullets, ooh, Spartan's badass. Right. And I feel, and for me, I feel like episodes 3 and 4 it was too much cool media. I needed a little more explosions to keep me
Very much agree with that.
like uber interested into it. But I right now I am still interested to see what happens next week. I haven't given up on this show. If you think this is a bad TV show purely because it's not verbatim the book or not verbatim the game, like Derek has been saying, you are in the wrong place. Don't come back next week expecting him to just be like, and then John woke up from the dream and he's in a dropship down onto Halo, or like they go through slip space and they show a cutscene of Halo 1's opening, right? Like, that's not gonna happen. That's not this. That's not this. And you cannot just rip a game and throw it onto TV and hope that it will entertain all, because it won't. There's a whole lot of running around on Halo and riding in a warthog that it would feel too many minutes of just pointless of pointless scenes. Anyway, that's it. End rant.
Okay, I will be very brief, Derek, and then I'll let you go. I agree with everything he just said. The only thing that Mikey and I differ a little bit is he is enjoying the show a little bit more than I am.
Mhm.
But just so that we have the record straight, okay, let's not go back. Let's not go to Twitter. Let's not go to, like, you said this. No, like, let's move forward. I feel the exact same way that he does. I'm just not enjoying it as much.
And now I'll defend Derek.
You see me in a fight.
What
you
Derek?
See me in a fight with somebody, don't break it up. I'm fighting for a reason, obviously.
Yes. What Derek is getting at, and that I agree with him, is when you put those messages, and not just you, when anyone puts a message out there for it to be read, people will interpret it as it is written, unless you have some kind of signal that this is sarcasm or this is not meant seriously, right? And that's what Derek's getting across, is like, these messages, when people read them, they think that's your opinion. And then to later, like 7 hours, 8 hours, however long later, to be like, oh, just a joke, just a prank, bro. Like that it's too late, because people are coming onto social media to look at, oh, what's everyone else thinking about this episode? And if that's what they see, and it's not clear that it's sarcasm or that it's satire, they're gonna interpret it as, oh, well, yeah, look, this guy's saying that it's shit, that it's a sushi roll covered in salsa. And that's what Derek is saying, is that it's not just you, it's everyone who is just shit posting to shit post.
That's fair, and that's probably my fault.
If I understood it correctly, Derek.
Yes,
I think I am.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Okay, so just so you can understand my perspective, that's my fault. I wouldn't say that.
You don't have to defend it. It's okay.
No, I want you to know where my mind's at.
But hold up. Hold up. You can have an opinion. That's the best part about living in America. You can have an opinion.
Exactly my point, though, is like
you can have one, even if you're wrong against someone else. Like you can have an opinion.
Twitter
it's fine.
Today, not my opinion. I was really just trying to get something out of you, and I'm like, you know what, it'd be fun. Let's do this, and then we can talk about it tonight.
Rude.
I apologize if I upset you.
No.
My
I'm
bad.
not upset because I can do that. But whenever this happens and you fuck with me, and then I go back and go against you, right? When I return a punch, verbally or whatever, you go, "Whoa, I don't want to debate, bro. What are you doing,
got
bro?
chatting.
It's just a prank, bro." Like, that seems to be your
Thanks for
modus
showing up
operandi.
again for the sub.
And I'm like,
thanks for the
look,
sub.
every time you do this, I'm gonna snap back at you. I'm not just gonna sit there and let you throw jabs at a TV show unnecessarily, whether you mean it or not. It's happening.
Okay.
The jab is thrown.
That's fine, Derek.
So that's the thing. It's like, okay, just move on, right? I don't think Mikey bothers
Derek,
with my tweets because I'm pretty loud and aggressive.
I need to respond to what you just said, though. Okay?
No, I don't.
What I was trying to say, or what I want to say to that, is I want to clarify that that's not how I feel. I am sorry that if I understand how you can come to that conclusion because I tweeted it to you. I tried to be clear on this podcast and to say how I am or how I am feeling. Moving forward, I agree with what Mikey said about the show. I'm not enjoying it as much as he is. I think I was a little harsh on it at the beginning because it was a kind of an awakening of sorts that it really didn't it wasn't what I expected.
Hmm.
I am coming to reality though that this is a Halo TV show. It is John's story. My opinion can change, and I would like you to allow me to construct opinions that can change. Because if I'm held accountable to everything I have said, and like that is stone, that is law. Like that's not what opinions are. Opinions change over time. And this show, I really hope that I do like this show. If we go back to episode 1, and I talk all the shit on, or episode 2, I probably talked way more shit. And then we go to the future, the far future, and let's say it's really, really good and they're doing everything that I like and I'm really liking the show. I just don't find it very fair to say like, oh well, back then you said it's shit, so like how can you say it's good now? My opinion can
This
change
isn't back then. This was 2 hours ago.
on Twitter. Yes, and I've already established that that's not how I feel, so I'm sorry. I will do better at not doing that. All I would
Okay.
ask is don't go back to that because we need to move forward.
Okay. I mean that's totally fine then. Just don't say it's not Halo then, because if you're gonna be able to like block my god of your Twitter opinions, then I'm gonna block your god of, well, it's not Halo, because it clearly is, and that's okay, and that's fine. If we have that differing opinion, then we have that differing opinion. It's okay. We don't have to like disagree. But what I'm seeing is a fairly positive review on YouTube, and he even says at the beginning of the video, "Hey, if this isn't your show, it's not your show. I'm coming at it from this perspective. I'm actually enjoying it. I want to keep it respectful down there." And then when I scroll down and I see the shit that I saw of people bringing in crazy stuff, I just want to read what some of these people are saying. And then you defend that. I go, oof, I don't know if I really want to allow you
So
to just push back
I need you
against
to
me,
specify what I
because people
defended.
may agree with you, and I don't know if you know what they're saying. I
Okay,
don't know
okay,
if you can see that.
Derek, I have specified many times in the last hour that I
Mhm.
do not condone people attacking people for something they like. That's not okay. Okay, everything that I have said regarding negativity towards the show is in my opinion and my opinion only. I'm not attacking anyone. This is just my opinion. Okay,
Okay.
I
I'm
don't
gonna be able to find it.
understand, and maybe you can further elaborate how
Mhm.
I'm defending these people because I'm not defending these people. I'm defending my opinion,
Right.
but people attacking people, not cool. I'm not defending them.
It feels it the rhetoric though
And do
feels
that
that way
though. It can't be a
to us,
feel.
and I know it doesn't
Okay,
like you.
that's fine, but I'm saying something, Derek. You can't go off of feeling. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I'm telling you that is not the case. We
Well,
need to
it's
move on.
how it's interpreted. If you don't like the word
That's
feeling.
fine, and I acknowledge that on Twitter I might have upset you and triggered you in some sort of way that these other
No,
people have.
no, y'all are triggered, and I just pushed back, and then you guys went,
Okay,
"Whoa, you can't push back at me. You're being toxic."
you've got to stop comparing me to these people because I don't associate
When
myself
your
with these
opinion
people.
next week, look, when you stop parroting those opinions, I will stop pushing back on those opinions. If you came out, look, if you had come out and you had said something that I politically
Hey,
disagreed with,
what's up,
I would have been
James?
like, "No, I don't agree with that," and I would
Thanks
have
for the
pushed back
subby.
on you. If you would have came
What
out and said
specific
your
opinion,
opinion
Derek?
doesn't,
I'm not attacking anyone. I need to know what you're talking about.
okay, so let me read the tweet I was reading before you went on to all of that. Okay,
And is this a
so
tweet
here's
before
my tweet.
today?
This is
So again, like
yeah.
you're saying, like you
Yes,
can't use my
yes.
tweets. It's like,
No,
well, then
that's
how
not what
can I
I'm
attack
Taxi
saying.
you?
cab
I've
confessions.
already
They're
acknowledged
working
this. You're
something out
going in
here, and I'm
circles.
kind of like
I've already
Well,
acknowledged that
because
this is not
mediator.
how I feel.
but you tweeted it out,
And I've
so
already
I'm going to
apologized.
respond.
So you need to accept my apology and move on, or
Oh,
don't accept my apology.
okay.
That's
I'm not
either
going to
way.
eat at your shitty
Like
sushi restaurant. I don't need to accept your apology if you said something shitty.
Oh,
I
shitty
can hold
sushi.
you to it. I can hold you
that's
to it. You
that's
said something
fine.
shitty. You apologized, which means that you probably were just fucking with me, which is a
Well,
I
shitty
was
thing to
fucking with
do.
you,
You
but you keep on
apologized,
going back in
and that's
circles
great.
and coming to
I
the
don't
So
same
need
point,
on
and
to
I
Twitter,
accept
don't.
your
if you look up
apology
the
just because you
underscore or
apologized. Because
that's
what you
Prophet
did
fine.
underscore
was
God on
I'm
shitty.
Twitter,
asking
Whether
you
you
can
you
see what
realized
he's
it or
talking
not,
about. Landon
you
heckled
did.
Derek
It
all
was
day.
shitty. It was neckbeard behavior. You're not a neckbeard, though. You're not one of those
Oh,
people. I know that about you. I
And then when we
know you're
got
oh,
in
not one
here
of those
to
people.
analyze the
okay,
But
okay,
you're
show,
but
like
parroting
Derek was
their
like, "Hey,
opinions, and it
here
makes
we
me
go," and
very
Landon's like,
sad.
"Oh, it was a
So
prank,
when
bro."
I say
Essentially,
order one, damn, they fucked it up. I'll be back next week. Order two, still not the same. I already have fuck, or it's still not the game. I already have fuck. Order three, hell or
yeah,
high water.
I
I'm
believe
gonna
that's
keep
it.
eating this taco sushi because I went with your thing instead. Fuck, right? It's okay to go into the restaurant once and go ew, but then you came back three more times. Three more times. But then you said it doesn't matter because it was on Twitter. I was just joshing.
so I
Okay. All
I
right.
need to know how you can move forward because I've
Oh,
apologized,
I'm
I've
going to.
acknowledged. No, you haven't. You keep on going back to this, and
Me and you were
you're
still
now.
friends
Let me
I
get the Twitter
understand that.
in
handle.
my head, right?
Okay,
Like me and
okay,
you were good.
I let you talk. Let me talk now, please.
Okay,
I
go
need to
ahead.
know
Even though I didn't even get to finish that tweet twice now, but go ahead.
because Derek, we've already acknowledged that that tweet is not how I feel. If you want to use that as your case of like saying like you're a shitty person because you said this,
It
I
was a
agree.
shitty
I'm
thing to say.
sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
and I
let me look it up.
apologize. I'm
It
very
And
might be
then
sorry.
the
and then
Prophet.
you're saying I have to
I'll just
accept
get
that.
it.
No. Just
No,
because you
you
say it's
don't.
a
I
prank,
didn't say
bro.
you had to accept it. I said you either have to accept it
Clip
or you
it.
don't have to accept it.
Fucking
Oh,
clip it. It
Let's
was
just
2
move
minutes
forward.
ago.
That's all I
Look, it
said.
was 2 minutes ago. Okay, let's move forward. All
Oh,
right.
that's what I've
Let's
been
move
trying to do,
forward.
but you keep on going in circles, and I need to clarify that I do not defend or commend these people for doing these actions that they are doing.
oops.
What I did on Twitter
Should
was
be
messing
that.
with you. I did it
Uh-huh.
specifically
Let me.
toward you. I don't have a large following. I didn't think it would affect anyone. That's my bad if it did. I'm very, very sorry. Okay. I don't need you to keep coming back to this when that's not how I truly
But chose
feel, and I
violence.
have established that's not how I feel. We need
I
to move
understand you don't
forward
need
with the
me to come
points.
after you, but you did.
We need to move forward with the points that I am saying of
I'm
how
not
I
allowed to
feel
just
about this
joke with
show.
you. I'm not allowed
No,
to fuck with you.
but
You can
you're
fuck
not.
with me, but I can't fuck with you.
Are you fucking with me?
A little bit. It's fun.
Okay, then at this point, we can move forward. I don't think you are fucking with me,
You
but that's
fucked with me on Twitter, and I went, okay, all right, I'm gonna
okay.
raise hell, and we're gonna have a big blow up
You're
tonight.
going to be hypocritical and do the exact same behavior that you're saying that I did to you,
Yep.
but on a vocal platform where now I don't know how you feel because you're saying I am fucking with you. I
Well,
don't
no,
know how
my
you
opinion
feel now,
hasn't
Derek.
changed. I think it's a shitty opinion.
But
I
you
think
just said what you
the
just
next
said.
good
You said
points.
you're fucking with me. Are you fucking with me or not?
No, so I'm telling you the truth, but I am fucking with you. I like to
Twitter's done.
understand you. You're an interesting human being. That's why I call you my Kramer, because
So
you're a
so
fascinating subject to study. I'm Halseying you, okay? It's interesting. You're fascinating. That's why I call you
okay,
my friend. I don't
but
talk to people who I don't fuck with. I do fuck
I'm going to
with you,
ask
though,
you
so
as
I
a
talk with
friend.
you.
I'm going to ask you as a friend not to associate me with these people because that's not who I am.
Okay? And I don't.
You just
But
did
when you
like a
defend
million
them,
times. And here
when
you
you
go
defend them,
again.
I'm telling
Oh,
you how
it's
communication
gold.
works.
It's
I mean,
gold.
look,
I'm not
man,
defending them. I have look, you've already brought this up. I've already told you how I feel about it. We need to move forward. Plain and simple.
just a prank, bro.
If you can't accept my apology, that's
I
okay.
I think the
But that's not
responses
how
have
I
been
feel.
deleted.
I've told you how I feel, and we need to move forward.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So ultimately, I think that this show was actually really written very well. It was not boring to me at all. Mostly because I think I come from it from a TV standpoint. I think I outwatch maybe both of you combined in hours of TV shows and movies and entertainment and things like that, like YouTube videos and things. So
Yeah,
I come at
easily.
it from a little bit of a different perspective, and I think that that's super fascinating. Okay, from a TV perspective, here's what I'm seeing. And immediately in week one, it's, oh, that's crazy. And it's like, I know it's crazy, but watch it happens. Watch when it happens. I know it's crazy, and I know, and you guys might not like it, but this is drama. This is what it is. There's going to be love, romance, death, murder, intrigue, political stuff. That's drama. That's TV shows. It was in Halo, it's in Game of Thrones, it's in every TV show ever made
Twitter's
because
weird.
that's the formula.
I don't
That's
like
what
how
they do.
the
Right?
replies are
So
hidden.
when I come at it from a TV perspective, and I only hear people going, no, it's shit because it's not Halo. I go, well, it's just TV's version of Halo. And then you go, but that's not good enough, and I'm going to watch it next week too. To me, it comes off as really silly. It's like, well, why would you waste your time? You know what you're going to get, right? So when
'Cause it's
then when
crack.
it gets toxic, that's when it pisses me off. So for the first 3 weeks, I just kind of let it go because most of the criticisms were good. Again, like I don't think I'm clout chasing or sucking Halo's dick because my score is a 77. I think it's even a little bit probably lower than mine. Like mine's a C plus C minus range, only because we haven't got to that good stuff yet. I'm almost certain that this is going to get way better the second half with all of this stuff going on with COVID and what we could have got. I watched the first half of one of the seasons of Walking Dead that was filmed in COVID, and I didn't like it.
Whew,
However,
yeah.
the second half of that season took all of those individual stories, wove it into a beautiful fucking season finale, and it's one of the best episodes I've ever seen of Walking Dead. Can I share that with Twitter? No, because they go, Walking Dead killed Glenn. It's shit. It's bad. It's awful. And when you deal in absolutes, you don't be shocked when someone comes back at you. Don't be shocked. Don't be surprised. And that's just my thing. But we're all just fucking with each other. We're moving on. I thought this was a really, really good episode that I enjoyed.
You're still throwing jabs, man. That's fine. I don't think I've dealt with absolutes, but that's fine. My opinion has changed with this show since it started to where it's at now. But
I appreciate you.
A few moments later.
I want to run around with my finger poking
You
people.
know it's going to be in fucking Fortnite. Although, you know what? I'm going to take that back because what I've been seeing of Fortnite, okay. The no build stuff, okay. You've piqued my interest. I'm watching content from Fortnite again. Will I eventually play it? But you know it's going to be in there. They're going to have Master Chief, helmetless Master Chief.
Oh, I was saying, Master
Nazi.
Chief's already in Fortnite.
Oh god,
Using it way before they did no build. It was like 2 years ago, I want to say.
Oh god. So you can see what I'm saying. Like, oh, they'll have this version of Chief.
Yeah. They'll
characters.
have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see that being okay. All right. Well, yeah, I think I've exhausted my complaints.
More Covenant, please. More.
Oh man.
Give me more of that Kai teenage rebellious stuff. I'm kind of when she. Okay, look, y'all are focused on butts. I don't know what it is with me and women's arms or women's. Are these traps the things on your neck?
Yeah.
Trapezial muscles.
Trapezoid.
The big, yeah. So whenever I see a woman with strong arms or a strong like trap thing, to me that's like, oh shit, that's my type of chick. The type of chick that could kill me. Whew, that's my type of chick. I mean, she still has a ways to go because she's a little I don't know, she's a little like pushy, annoying. So personality-wise, maybe not, but hey, she won me over, and I thought that the highlights were.
I thought you liked the other one.
No.
The first episode, you're like, oh yeah, that girl.
Oh yeah, with the helmet on their weapons, yeah. But I like the look and the personality of Kai way better than Riz. Riz would seem like somebody. So if I'm marrying and killing people, right?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And then on a positive note, I think I'd have to kill Maki because she's evil. I think I'd have to marry Riz because she'll do all of our taxes and shit. Like she's like pretty solid. Like she would be a good wife, right? Like she would keep everything in order. She'd raise the kids well. And I could be the fun dad. And then on the side, I would be with Kai.
Kai reminds me of Veronica, Mikey.
Veronica?
From ODST.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Who would you ask Mary kill?
Landfall. Go watch.
Wait, no. I want to know because this is like TV stuff. People ship. That's one of the aspects of TV. I want to know who would you marry, or kill?
I think I'd kill Riz. I don't know about the other two. Riz scares me. She seems like a killer, like a jungle cat.
And to be clear, she's the pistol chick.
I believe the one that hasn't dug out her chip. Yeah, she scares me.
Yeah. I just mean in the first battle, was she the pistol or the sniper?
I don't know because I thought we saw Kai cleaning the sniper in this episode, but I thought Kai was the pistol one.
I thought so too. Okay. Yeah, I just wasn't too sure. But that's what I loved about this episode. It took 3 nameless Spartans and now I know their names and I kind of care about them a little bit. It's like, oh, cool.
I actually think Kai is the sniper one. Now that I think about it, I could be completely wrong. Got to go back. Got to watch it. But
Reminds me
Kai-
of Kimberly from Mighty Morphin.
Kai's the sniper. What's her name? Viz, Fizz, Riz, Biz, Diz.
Riz.
The Z one is the pistols.
Gotcha. Okay.
You want my, are we getting my answer here? Come on.
Absolutely.
All right. So we're
I
killing Fizz, Riz, Diz, Biz, whatever her name is.
Okay.
She's gone.
hey, me too.
How dare either of you? We marrying the Master Chief, John 117, and we banging Kai on the side. Or
There you
we
go.
banging Cortana on the side.
Yeah,
you can put
that-
marrying the Chief. Come on
Ooh.
now.
Damn, Cortana's a great pick.
Yeah.
I thought we
Whenever
were
she's
picking between
around.
the three.
Yeah, between the three though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, I still... Wait, which three? Fizz, Kai, and Maki?
Snap, crackle, and pop. No, Riz, Riz, Maki, and Kai.
Kai, yeah.
Okay, so you would
I'm
Kai,
killing-
of course.
I'm killing Riz. Still,
Okay. Okay.
we are marrying Kai and we're banging Maki
You
on the
guys are
side.
nuts. Kai's the
Damn.
crazy one. She put jelly in her hair. She gonna just stay in asylum one day. She gonna cut off some stuff.
She's the crazy one over Maki.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like y'all are marrying an insane person.
All right, crap, freak. I don't like any of them. Okay, I guess
Yeah.
I'll go with Riz. I'll marry her because I don't know anything about her other than she is scary.
Hey,
No
no
emotion.
limits though. Cortana, that's a hell of a pick.
Yeah, you're welcome. Give you
Kai
the
is a
honest.
side action because she's cuckoo. and
I
you
am
don't
the
wanna-
biggest Halo fan.
Yeah. And Jacob Keys is the Mary.
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
He would just sit there with like. He reminds me of fucking like judo master. He's just sitting there like I can picture every one of his scenes. Like, you know how those TikToks like will show the TV and then below, like in real life, like an arm comes up and they're just like feeding him things. Like that's like he just seems so nonchalant in the minimal scenes that we've seen of him. He's just so I don't know if I could do any of the three with that. Well, I mean, I wouldn't, but I don't know if I could do it, and like I couldn't live with that individual.
I'm marrying Mercy. I take it back. I want him
Whoa, there we go.
because Sunshine Yoon and they hot.
Man, that's some
You're
forbidden love
thinking
there.
Outside
No,
of the
that's
box.
a call.
A little
that's
kinky.
That's a callback to that video I sent you guys from Polygon. That's Polygon? No, I don't remember their
Okay.
video.
Well, this has been fascinating.
They're a
303.
handsome race in the books, is what they're depicted as.
About 3 hours or so. This is good. I'm hoping. So here's what I'm hoping. Okay, because I went into this and I didn't really want to tell you this at the beginning because I think it would have cheapened it. I wanted to get real raw with you, specifically you, Landon, because I'm real mad at the Halo community overall about like if you don't like the 343 game, then don't play it. I stopped playing it because I can't play it, so I just don't play it anymore. And I wanted it to get really crazy and loud because seemingly that's the only way these people
interact.
are choosing to interact in this day and age, and I'm thinking that it's flawed. And now that we're at the end of this and we've all kind of had some shits and giggles, maybe they can put down their swords and chill. And hopefully the same for Ukraine and Russia, right? Just peace, man. But yeah,
I hope you can find happiness too, Derek. I hope these people don't get under your skin as much as they have in the following future.
I hope the next episode is better.
I agree.
But Derek gave it a 9, so he's not sharing that hope.
yeah,
I
that's
mean,
bold. I'm happy
don't know.
for you giving it a 9. I'm not there, but
if
You're enjoying
if
it?
the stuff can make me cry or feel something,
Yeah.
then it's like, damn, yeah, you're up there.